Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. So today we have a battle against Omar, random person offline. And so yeah, looking at his team on the side there, looks to be a pretty strong, pretty well-balanced looking team there. Looking at my team, it is the same one that I've been using the past few games. So, what do I want to lead with in this one? I think we'll go with the low kicks in this one. That seems okay. And yeah, we'll go ahead and see how that works out. All right. So there he is, and he is going to lead with the Quackwaval, actually, as we led with the low kicks. So this is pretty interesting, actually. Um, Depending on the coverage that he has for us, he could hit us hard. I don't know if he takes us out in one shot or not. We can hit him pretty hard as well with the tinted lens, making all of our damage neutral. I don't know that a first impression actually takes him out from here, but I kind of want to do it anyway. So yeah, we're just going to go for the obvious play, first impression. He does stay in, we do the first impression. Does massive damage to that thing, but it does survive barely with like the quarter HP. He goes for the Aqua Step, does massive damage to us, and gets the speed boost too. So that's not great. And now the bad thing about this situation is we do have to switch out because we do not want to lose low kicks, and we are choice locked. So I think our best play here is to go ahead and come in with our Paldean Tauros Aqua form to get the Intimidate to cut this thing's attack. I think that's definitely going to be our best course of action, so that's what we're going to do. So there it is. We get the Intimidate, lower this thing's attack, which is good, as they do go for another Aqua Step. So that is going to do not much of any damage to us, which is good. And it does give them the speed boost. So at +2 speed, I think this thing will actually outspeed our max speed Scarf Tauros, which is bad. But the only good news here is that they are at -1 attack, which means we should be able to take pretty much any attack this thing goes for if they do stay in, which I feel like they might. But in any event, the unfortunate thing is we don't really have a move we can go for that will hit everything or anything that they could switch in with universally. So I think what we'll do here is we're gonna have to pick a move to lock into. So we'll go for Wave Crash here. See what they want to do. They do actually go for the switch, kind of as expected. Now, what do they come in with is the question. It is going to be the Kilowattrel, predicting maybe a fighting move, which is actually great. So that thing switches right into a Wave Crash, which max attack, and that cleanly one-shots the Kilowattrel, which is amazing for us, actually. Knocks him down to 5 Pokemon. We do take a ton of recoil damage off of that, but I think that's worth it because that is one potentially big threat out of the way with the Kilowattrel. So now he's going to go ahead and come in with the Decidueye, as this thing does have a resistance or an immunity to both of our stab moves, which is obviously bad news for us. So we definitely don't want to stay in on this matchup. I think our best switch to this thing is Heatran, so we're just going to go straight for Heatran here. See where that gets us. If he does go for the grass move, we should take it pretty well. So there is the Heatran, and this thing is going to go for a Leaf Blade straight away, which does basically no damage to us as we do resisted X4 and have max HP investment. And then we are going to just regain that HP with the leftovers right away. So now we have, the question is, what do we want to do to this Decidueye? So I feel like there's no way this thing stays in here. So I think what we're going to do is just take this opportunity to get the Stealth Rock up. So we're going to go for that. They do go for the switch here, so the question is, what do they want to bring in on the Heatran? And it is going to be the Clodsire. So that's kind of not a surprise, but that thing comes in as we do get the Stealth Rock up. So that's going to be good news for us. So get that entry hazard to chip some of his Pokemon down, and then we are going to regain the rest of our HP with the leftovers. So we definitely don't want to stay in on this match with the Heatran. The question is, what do we want to come in with to face this thing? I feel like I kind of want to go into the low kicks just for the fact that I feel like they probably just go for a hazard here. They could go for a ground move, and we might be, even at our low HP, low kicks might be able to take it because Clodsire doesn't have great offenses. That would kind of be a risk. We would be risking low kicks, but it's pretty weak anyway, and if they get hazards up, I don't know that we can survive a switch in. So we are just going to switch to low kicks here, see where that gets us, and yeah, see what they want to do. So there is the low kicks, and they are going to Earthquake. So can we take it is the question, and yes, low kicks can take one Earthquake from that range. We do have defensive investment on this low kicks, actually, so I think that saved us there. So we survive with 19 HP, which is nice. And now we're in a position where we can fire off a strong attack on something with low kicks, and so I think I want to go for knockoff. So we're going to fire off a big knockoff on something. We do outspeed, we get the knockoff, which does massive damage to the Clodsire, nearly takes it out as it survives with like 1 HP in the red, unfortunately. They go for a Mega Horn, which is really interesting, and that takes out our low kicks, knocking us down to 5. We also knocked off a Wise Glasses, which is also really interesting, so they might actually be like a mix set on the Clodsire, so really unexpected there. But we do lose low kicks, but low kicks definitely did its job there. So I'm okay with that. So now I think what we want to do here is we'll go ahead and come in with the Noivern. And so there it is. And we obviously will outspeed this thing. And with only 1 HP left, anything we go for, we'll take it out. So we're just going to go for a Flamethrower here in case they decide to switch. But yeah, we'll see what they want to do. So, but yeah, definitely unexpected Clodsire set here, as they do just stay in and let the Clodsire go down. So Flamethrower, more than enough from that range to finish that thing off and knock them down to 4 Pokemon, as we are going to take some Life Orb recoil damage as well. So not looking too bad here, looking pretty solid. Yeah, we'll see what they want to do in response to that. So they are going to come in with the Tinkaton. So that's kind of interesting. That thing takes some Stealth Rock damage. Because obviously they know we have the fire move, so they're either banking on living one, or they might be getting ready to Terra here, is what I'm thinking. So what I want to do, I don't think, if they are defensively invested, I don't think Flamethrower takes them out, because a lot of times these things have bulk and or an Assault Vest, so I kind of don't want to do that, because I don't think we take them out, and then they just take us out on the other side. So I think what we're going to do here is... I think we're going to... Let's go to Heatran. Yeah, let's go to Heatran again. We'll go back into Heatran here and see what they want to do, just to kind of scout to see what kind of move they might be trying to hit us with. So there is the Heatran once again, and they do go for a Play Rough, and they do actually miss, which is kind of unfortunate for them, although at the same time I really don't know how much damage that would do, since Heatran is very bulky and we do have an X4 resistance to Fairy, so I don't think that mattered too much, because I don't think that would have done much of any damage to us anyway. So nonetheless, we will press on here. I think our best course of action now is to try to hit this thing hard with a Magma Storm, so that's what we're going to do. They probably don't stay in, but and indeed they don't stay in, so hopefully we can get a Magma Storm on whatever they switch into here, which is going to be the Quaquaval. So they are very chipped with the Quaquaval. They come in with that, take some Stealth Rock damage, and we go for the Magma Storm, and we do connect, which is great, because had we missed there, that actually could have been a problem, but even resisted, it does take the Quaquaval out from that range and knock him down to 3 Pokemon. So that is pretty good for us. We're looking pretty solid here, as now he's going to come in with the Skeledirge. So that thing is going to take some Stealth Rock damage, and I feel like there's no reason for us to switch. We're applying a lot of pressure with Heatran, so we're just going to fire off an Earth Power, see how much damage we can get here. We do outspeed this thing. Earth Power incoming is actually enough to just cleanly take the Skeledirge out from that range and knock him down to 2 Pokemon, I think that is. So Heatran putting a lot of work in on this game, that is for absolute certain. So now he comes back in with the Decidueye. So there it is. Does take some Stealth Rock damage, and yeah, what do we want want to do? How do we want to play this? Both of his last Pokemon are weak to fire, so I feel like there's no reason for us not to just stay the course and continue to fire off Magma Storms. It does have a chance to miss, but I feel like we just do it anyway. I think there's, you know, it's worth it. So we're gonna click the Magma Storm, see what he wants to do. Does actually outspeed us and go for a Spirit Shackle, which is not going to do much of any damage to us, actually. It does trap us in as we go for a Magma Storm in return, which is going to do enough to one-shot the Decidueye, actually, knocking him down to just one Pokemon. So Heatran putting in a lot of work here, going to get some HP back with the leftovers. And then his last Pokemon, I believe, is going to be that Tinkaton. So that thing is going to come in right now and take some Stealth Rock damage once again. And yeah, I don't see any reason for us not to just keep going for Magma Storm here, so that's exactly what we're going to do. I think Heatran is matching up pretty well here, but they actually are going to go ahead and bust out the Terra now on the Tinkaton to try and save themselves, and it is going to be Terra Steel. So unfortunately for them, it didn't look like they really had any Terras that that could stand up to Heatran. They do actually outspeed us and go play rough. I'm guessing they don't really have anything else to hit us with. Does not much of any damage as we go for the Magma Storm in return. Got the attack drop, it didn't matter. And the Magma Storm does just one-shot the Tinkaton from that range. And that is game. So we are going to win that one 5-0 against Omar. That was a pretty fun battle, though. Definitely a pretty dominant showing for us. Definitely had a good matchup there on paper on our side. And yeah, unfortunately for them, once we got rolling, there wasn't a lot they could do to stop us. So, but yeah, very solid showing there for our squad, which is of course very nice. So, but that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and/or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. So that's it, and we'll see you next time.